Hello, 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 Sagittarius. Welcome, welcome. My name is Patty. I'm here to do your intuitive tarot for the 24th through the 30th and some astrology and numerology, if I can shuffle. For those of you that are first timers, thank you for popping in and checking my channel out. I hope you enjoy this because this is a divine driven, divine guided tarot. And what meaning is this is for your guidance, your journey. This is for maybe questions you're asking of divine or God or whoever, or maybe you're going through a struggle and you can't figure something out. This is for you because the first card, the first oracle out is always the divines. And that being is that's his message to you today. So I pray before I do these readings. I ask for God's guidance to show me the answers or things that you need to hear, and that the cards fall for his messages and that kind of a thing. So let's get started. This is going to be a huge week, you guys, for Sagittarius, for all signs. Because we have not only what's going on for your sign, but also too in the planets there is a lot. We have a full moon, which is a super full moon. We have 3 retrogrades going on. We have a lunar eclipse. There is a lot of energies flying around right now. So it's going to be a challenging week. So let's see what the divine has to say for you guys, and let's get started. So you'll find that my my tarot is a little different. At the end, I will do wealth, health, and love, love and relationships. So let's see what the divine has to say and give you a message for today. Yes, yes, yes. He always picks those. Sometimes it's like, is there any other cards in there that you're not gonna or that you're going to pick? Because it just seems like a lot of them lately are the same. But I understand because the planets right now, we're in a process, we're in a reset, which means for the next couple of months, these energies are going to be hanging out for you to transform or go through something or be challenged about something. So this is like a 2-month process. June, July, these energies are going to be really strong. And I don't know what happens after that. I just know what's happening up until that. So the Divine's card for you guys in message, whatever this is for you, hopefully it resonates, is details, and it's the number 7. Okay. Number 7 is about your potential and ambition. So this is about what you're doing. Say you have a trade or something that you like to do. This is about paying attention to all the details, and not meaning just regular details. Oh yeah, I got the details. No, this is the minute details, making sure that T is crossed and maybe that connection is there, that I is dotted, and that you can read it. These are the little minute details that the divine is asking you to pay attention, because that is what's going to separate you from whatever that you're doing to somebody else, because this is extremely challenging times right now, especially in the job market. So when you've got so many people competing for one job, the divine is saying, stick out. Do those minute details that are going to put you out there in front of everybody else. And then I'll just give a hypothetical. In my business, in being an entrepreneur, there's several people that do what I do. However, 1, I'm the oldest business, but number 2, I treat every customer like their family member, and I take care of them as if they were my family member. Not everybody does that. In fact, I hear a lot from my competitors that they're very rude and that they're not as nice, but they're cheaper, so they go to them. So, but you step above, you bring your standards up, you step above, you take that little minute detail and you step above everybody else. And this is what the divine is saying. Not saying that you are better. Nobody is better than anybody else. However, when you step up to the plate and go just a little bit more, it shows that there is more caring and more love in what you do. And that's what the divine wants to bring out. Okay. Current energy for this week from the 24th through the 35th, or 35th, the 24th through the 30th. That's a new month. Is the wishing well. And that's the number 12, which is 3. So this is something that we need to acknowledge and pay attention that we really want. again, if we really want something, we work hard at it, we go after it, and we don't stop until we get it. But we also pay attention to these minute details, because sometimes that will create that we might get that quicker because we're paying attention more closely to what we need. For example, if we're supposed to be buying a car and I got $1,500 to put down, and the maybe if I don't pay attention to the details, they're going to say, well, we need $1,000 down. Well, I'm not going to put more than $1,000 down, because I'll take that $500. Maybe I have to fix something in the car or do something in the car. So paying attention to what you really, really need to do to get to where you want to go, and what is it, or if it's something that you need to purchase. I'm saying need, not want, because this is a time to buy from needs, not want, because somebody's living above their means, and that creates a problem. To acknowledge that you're living above your means as well. So this is a time to really hone in what it is that you want, pay attention to the details, and really focus in what you have to do, and do that. Because a lot of the times when we say, oh, well, I'll put $3,000 down, and then all of a sudden the car breaks down, you have no money to fix it, then you're into trouble. So this is just some hypotheticals, okay? The future energy, oh, I love this. The future energy is also the planets. And this is going to be a challenging time, because we've got Mars, Saturn, and Mercury in retrograde. This is going to be a really hard, challenging time. Not even a week. It's going to be a little bit more challenging, longer, because we got them going into almost October, some of them. And so it's going to seem like it's not coming together, but it is. This is about a time that, again, remember I said in the very, very beginning that these planets are in a process. This is a process, a mindset process. Something is happening in your life to begin to transform something to better. But you got to pay attention to the process. You got to pay attention to the details, and you will succeed in doing or getting what you want to do. Especially if it's money. A lot of people, right now, the housing market's crazy, and you have to have cash money, or you have to have money more than what you expected to put down, because it's a very competitive world right now. So paying attention to everything that you need to do for you, and leave the energies, the distracting energies away, is going to be really challenging. Especially for these next couple of weeks. Oh, there's my black slippers. Okay, so let's see what we've got going. In the meantime, while I'm shuffling, I do have the dailies again. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. I'm doing the dailies again for 1 minute every day, every morning, an inspiration from Divine. He's picking an oracle and a card. Don't forget about those. And then there's a full moon, so that reading is coming up on the 26th. If you haven't subscribed and you want to see that, this is going to be a big astrology one, and then it'll go into a reading after. Yes, they will be where you can ask questions. All my things are open to ask questions or anything like that. Say hello, tell me where you're from, and all that kind of stuff. I love it. I love it. So again, this future card, this energy into the future, is definitely looking about something coming together. However, somebody is very frustrated. Somebody feels really lost. They're not quite sure which path to go on. And they're really focusing in on the future part a little too much, because we have the Two of Wands and then the Four of Cups. So maybe backtrack that a little bit and say, I need to focus in on the here and the now, right, for the moment. This is what we really do, because sometimes we get way ahead of ourselves, and then we plan all this stuff. Imagine the pandemic. People had vacations planned. People had plans to go back to their homes in another country, all this, and then it stopped. And then what happened is people got depressed, rather than looking at this as something as like, okay, there's nothing I can do. I can't control it, but can I get my money back, or can I extend the vacation out, or what can I do? Rather than getting all frustrated about there's nothing you can do. However, this is a mindset process, but somebody's definitely looking at, the hard part of where they're looking at, oh my God, we can't do this. We can't do this. They're looking at the can'ts rather than cans. You know, we can at least do this. We can at least do that. We can actually now bond together better. We can actually get to know each other. Maybe we can put our electronics down and really get to know each other again. I had to laugh. You know, it's amazing that people just live with their electronics in their hands, and they just can't seem to know what to do if they were to put them down. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Anyway, so this is somebody who's actually thinking too far in advance, because there is going to be some switchbacks. We're still in a reset, guys. The earth and the we're going through a cultural reset, and this is all still, everybody's antsy. However, you know, your antsiness isn't going to stop it. I mean, this is bigger than you. So you just have to either go with the flow, figure out what's going to bring you happiness and how you can get through it, and then go from there. Exactly. Oh my gosh, exactly. So we have the Hierophant, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. And we have the Ten of Pentacles here too. Somebody has a job that they really need to look into, because somebody at their work is creating a real big problem for them. And this is where we have to, it's going to disrupt the flow is what it is. It's disrupting the flow. So we have the Ten of Pentacles, but we have the Knight of Cups coming in. But what's really interesting is this is a disruption, but somebody's like, that's like the old saying, not today, Satan, not today, kind of a thing, because Hierophant is walking in. So we have more of an energy that is walking in there, that is trying to break things down in more of a spiritual level than an earthly level, which is about money and materialism. So because then we have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. And this again is about your work. So somebody's just trying to disrupt the order of things there. But in the center of that, the Hierophant saying, no, this is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. And so this is causing, I feel like there's even actually somebody's being bullied at work, or something is happening that it's really causing them to really want to quit. They're thinking, if I quit though, then I can't, if I quit, then I don't know what to do because I have to have the income. So, I mean, if this is causing you stress and this is causing you unhappiness, and this is something that is not bringing you financial stability, or if it is bringing, you know, sometimes it's more about your heart than it is about money. So I don't know who that's for. Okay. I don't know who that's for. However, if this is more stressful for you, sometimes the money isn't even worth it. You know why? I ended up there. I ended up in the hospital for 4 days getting angiograms, and they were checking my heart for all kinds of stuff because my job was actually so stressful, and I did not realize it was causing that much stress. And the reason why I say that is because we have two fives and a 4, and a 2, which means things are really unstable. Things are not happy. Things are like, oh my gosh, is this ever going to turn around? Yes, it will, but you have to make that choice. Then the 4 brings in the stability, because once you make a decision, that decision is there. And number 2 is you're bringing things together, or you're breaking them apart, which in this case, the future energy says it's coming together. All right. All right. Let me see here. I'm going to see if I can clarify this 5 of Pentacles a little bit more closely, just because I would like to know who, maybe this could be you, or it could be somebody else that's feeling like you're just being pressured. And this for somebody might be a dream job, you know. Yeah. Wow. There is somebody that is being, not, it could even be a bully, but they could also be very sarcastic in your work. And they're coming at you and you're just having to stand up for yourself. And you know what? They're doing it because nobody likes them, for one, but two, um, they know that they can get at you really easy. So I don't know who this is for, but really pay attention to the details of this person. Use some reverse psychology on them, and I bet you it would blow their mind, because you have to think of creative new ways to work around this situation if you're going to stay at work with this, because you're really focusing in on this a little too much. Because you're focusing in on the what I mean by that is you're focusing in on the problem, not the solution. Okay. So we have the Seven of Wands, Page of Wands, and then the Seven of, or the, excuse me, the Five of Swords. So somebody is just definitely not being play. They're not playing very nice, and it's almost like they want to get you to fail. They want you to quit, but you're standing your ground, and you know what? You got protection. The divine has got protection. So pay attention to the details. Here, this person, if this person is bullying, or if this person is sarcastic and making jokes and doing all kinds of stuff to get you upset, that person is very broken. They're hurting inside and they don't realize it, or they're in denial because they don't want to face it. Yeah, we have the page. You've got the Page of Wands, and now you have the Page of Cups, and you have Judgment. Yeah. So something's going to come up where they're going to be judged. And that's going to be, sort of a decision. Which one do we let go? Do we let somebody go, or so that's actually going to be, I think they're going to be let go, because this person is not only either super sarcastic, they're not, their ego is eating them up. And they're like, ha ha ha, I won, you didn't. And the boss or the CEO or HR knows that. And so this is gonna get interesting. I'd love to see the outcome of this one, because somebody is probably gonna get fired. And I don't think that's you at all, because you're not egotistical, and you're not, all about bullying and about being sarcastic and making fun of people and bringing the vibration down. You're about bringing the vibration up. All right. This is about the heart. I have the Eight of Cups. This is about the heart. So we have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this is there. Okay, thank you. So they're saying that this is somebody who's actually stolen a project, or stolen an idea, or stolen something, and they're making it their own, because this is the Six of Pentacles is about give and take, and it's about balance, okay? And it's not balanced right now. I don't know who that's for, but that is also too that somebody is trying to take credit for something that is not theirs. And it's the Judgment, they'll be what do they call that? They'll be brought out. People will know it's them, and it will be all good. So then we have the Knight of Pentacles again. We got the Knight of Cups, and we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is definitely something coming towards in a good way for you. So we got to just be sure that that you don't cave in. Just don't cave in. Stand up for what you believe in, because we have the Five of Wands here. Stand up for it. If you have to go to HR, if you have to go to your boss, then do so. This is about your future. Make sure you do it in love, not complaining. Whenever you go to a boss, you don't go to complain. You go with a solution, and then things will get done. The problem people don't understand is that when you go to a boss with just complaints, they don't want to hear it. Their plate is full. I mean, I've been in that situation. It's like, okay, so how are you going to fix it? Somebody comes to me, it's like, how are you going to fix it? How are we going to fix it? Or how do you want to fix it? Putting it back in there so that they begin to think about solution and solution solving, because that's something that will get you very far. I'm a master at solution solving and figuring things out. So there's always a way. Well, is it a good way or a low vibrational way? I've done both. Because sometimes this human vehicle just wants to do its own thing. And then we have to go back and either apologize or learn to control better. All right. So I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to do health, wealth, and love. And I am going to do wealth first, then I'm going to do health, and then I'm going to do, okay. Then I'm going to do to love. Okay. Then I might do some clarifications here. So for your wealth, of course, wealth could be something monetarily. It could be something that is like a house or a material thing, tangible. But wealth could also be something of untangible. It could be like love and compassion and, giving and sharing and things like that of that nature, depending on you. It could be just, watching your children grow up and they're healthy and happy. So wealth is a lot of things. And so you have to look at what your wealth is, what your accomplishments are, but what you really hold important at your life at this time, because your wealth will change as you get older. Tell you, I know. So you just want to be able to hone in on that. This is a beautiful wealth card, because I love this card because it's second dimensional. So somebody's wealth out there is about love. And that is what the divine loves. But with love, it does take work. It does take a stepping stone. It does take challenge. It does have its challenges. But it's also the number 6. And this is about harmony, improvement, not of your partner, but of yourself. So your wealth, you have to pay attention to what you want in this relationship, what you are desiring in this relationship. And what love. Now, this could be love of your animals. This could be love of your kids. This could be, it's just love. And if that's your wealth, then it is, what do you call that? It's infinity. Love can be infinity, infinite. I'm tired today. My daughter got into the airport. Oh my gosh, this was a nightmare yesterday. And they canceled the plane that she was supposed to get to from the second leg for mechanical errors, and they couldn't find a plane. Then they got the plane. Then there were no pilots. It was a nightmare. So we didn't get to bed until like 1:30, 2 o'clock last night. So I apologize. I'm a little sleepy today. But this future, it's coming together. This is beautiful. So if your wealth is about love, if it's about growing together, it's coming, and it will happen. But it has to be on your part. So you have to, again, look at the other person's perspective when you start not liking something, and really analyze that. And then, make your own determinations. This will be really, really beautiful. I'll even say I don't discuss vaccines and stuff with people. I just don't, because it's very opinionated, but also there is some science, of course, to it. However, if I don't get the vaccination and somebody else, and I'm a partner, and somebody else says, well, get the vaccination. And somebody says, no, I really don't want to do that. Well, then I need to understand their perspective, why they are pushing me to get the vaccination. And in this instance, there's somebody that I would like to see. However, they're like, I can't, because you don't have the vaccination yet. And we have a grandchild that has some lung developing issues. I totally understand that. Is it right? Is it wrong? No, it doesn't matter. That's what they want. That's what they desire. So getting somebody else's perspective will help you to understand, rather than jump to conclusions on your wealth about what you need for that. And then it becomes my decision if I want to get vaccinated, so that I can go see that grandbaby or go see that person, because they're protecting their home. But they're protecting their home against one strand. Maybe the other strand will come in from some other way. Who knows? We don't know. Only God knows. And the only thing is that it gives them peace of mind that they want to do that. I accept that. I love them for that. And I let that go. And I make the choice if I want to have a vaccine or not to go see them. End of story. That's about as far as I'll talk to vaccine about people. So anyway, get the other person's perspective. All right. Then we have your health. So, oh shoot, my battery's dying. I thought I was plugged in. So we have the swords. We have the 10 of swords. I'm going to move this a little bit, guys. Sorry. We have the 10 of swords. Now, the 10 of swords we know is about something ending really, really quick. And God forbid it's not someone's life, which I don't think it is. I think it's just something that was there for a bit and it's gone now. I think that this is something that needed, you know, like a cold or the flu or something like that. This could do. It also could do. It could be toxicity in somebody's relationship, because if somebody's abusive, this is something that not only affects, depending if it's verbal abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, it doesn't matter. It affects the whole body, and then the body begins to break down due to that stress. So it could be something like that ending as well. What I do get the energies from is that this is ending, but there is good energies to come. There is good energies back to back of that. So as soon as this ends, there's going to be like a relief and a really good feeling, and it's like, whoo, I feel so much better. So remember that your brain is also part of your body, which is also your mental health. And you sort of have to look at that as well. Okay. So whatever it is, something ending, something's going to come and start back to back, and you're going to be much more relieved, much more happier about that. All right. And lastly, we have love and relationships. We have the 2 of swords. Somebody's in a position of making a decision. And all I can say is really pay attention to the details in your relationship. Pay attention to the good, the bad, the ugly. And then you have to weigh the pros and the cons. So if this is somebody talking about moving forward in a relationship, or whatever it is, if you're going through a problem, should we stay together? Should we split? Because we do have the number 2 here. Okay, and the number 2 is about bringing together, or a partnership bringing that together. So we really need to pay attention to the details. Is this going to be really beneficial, or are we just quitting because we've gotten lazy and we don't want to do the work? A lot of people just don't want to get down to the nitty-gritty and do the work. That's what being in a relationship is. That's what marriage is. That's why these elder couples are sticking 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years out, because they know that marriage is a commitment not only to each other partner, but it is also work, and it is also growth, and it is also stepping stones. So whatever this is something that you really did want. Now it's time to do the work. You got to do the work. So you have to make a decision. If you're leaving for that whatever relationship, you really have to analyze why it is you're leaving. And then you have to dig a little bit deeper. Is this my problem? Really? Is it? Most times when we start putting blame somewhere else, it's our issue. Okay. But I'm just going to say that if you do the work, it's all going to come together. Because in that work, whatever kind of decision you have to make in a relationship or love, when you do the work, that's the process. And once you finish the process, what do we have? It's like a garden. You have to work that garden, but at the very end, you have the fruit of that work, whether it be a vegetable, a fruit, a flower, whatever it is. You get the coming together, you get the reward at the end, because you have processed, you have worked, you've gotten their perspective, you've got your perspective, you agree to disagree on certain things, or you just keep moving. And you know, a lot of the things about being in a relationship is being selfless, Less, not selfish, ISH. And that's the thing. The problem is that a lot of relationships that get into communication issues or fights a lot, because it is more of a selfish. Unconditional love is selfless. So that is where you have to get with your partner if you're having issues with them. And that's where you have to make the decision. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do the work? Or am I going to take the easy way out and say, you know what, maybe I need to go. However, it also depends on, is this a divine intervened relationship, or did you manifest it, or did this other person manifest it? Is it worldly? Because if it's worldly, a lot of the times it doesn't work out because it wasn't even supposed to be. And that's a whole new conversation for another day. So that is your reading, Sagittarius. Hopefully this resonated with you. Apologize for my energy being low. It was a long night. And then my leg was killing me because I had to drive to the airport and back, circle the airport so many times because I couldn't. And her car, I have a real hard time driving that with my leg. So if some of you don't know that I had a knee replacement. So, and I'm now just starting to drive. So I'm like, hurry up, get the plane here because I am in pain. So she drove home. So it was like, holy Toledo. But don't forget that there are dailies again, and please like if you watch the dailies so that I know if I should keep these going or not. I'm giving them another trial. We did this before, and they were pretty successful, but I just didn't have enough viewers. Still don't have enough viewers, but just like them. If you like to watch those, they're 1 minute, and I upload those very, very early in the morning so that anywhere in the world, hopefully they get them in the morning. And then the 26th, the live reading for the full moon, the retrogrades, the lunar eclipse. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for that, and you'll know when I'm on. I will post a thumbnail, just not quite sure when. But don't forget to do that. So please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you again either on the 26th on the full moon or on your next reading on the 31st. Take care.